You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. The band behind all-time favorite OPM songs will reunite on the concert stage. One of the iconic bands in the 80s na kilalang kilala ni Noel and 90s. They are the voices behind songs like Tuloy pa rin, Maybe, Hold On, and Kasalanan ko ba. After pursuing different paths in the music industry, the men of Neocolours return to the concert scene. Let's go straight to the sources of the story. Neocolours' Ito, Rapadas, Jimmy Antiporda, and Marvin Querido. Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Maraming salamat, Neocolours. Of course, alam ko sila dahil nga nung medyo bata-bata pa ako. Alam ko yung mga kanta nila. You know, I wanted to ask you, why was it called Neocolours? I never found out why.
Ikaw na.
Ako na actually,
sige.
alright.
Isa, go ahead.
Previous to, before Neocolours, meron kaming, originally, we joined a vocal group. So para siyang Tux.
Sort of a boy band.
Sige na nga, boy band. Boy band. And then, it was organized or formed by Miss Lester Legaspi. So probably, I'm just presuming, kasi nga meron siyang art background through, kasi nga father niya si national artist Cesar Legaspi, naisip nila watercolors. And then siguro mga 1 year, yung stint namin with the watercolors, we decided to regroup, and yung ibang members of the vocal group became instrumentalists. And then ako yung na-retain as a singer. And then yun na nga, naging recording and band.
Yes.
Band na may instrumentalist instead of a vocal group.
Hindi ba back in like 88, ganyan, parang hindi naman masyadong uso yung mga bands, right? Just going back.
There were a few
during that
bands.
time, there were very few bands.
Yes.
What were the bands called back then? Because they weren't called boy bands back then, di ba? Wala naman. In the late 80s?
Yung sa 70s, uso talaga yung bands. Meron talaga rock bands.
Pero hindi ba, pero kayo, you're on pop, right?
Yes.
It's pop
Yun siguro
rock.
yung, yung
Pop band.
Yeah, differentiate ourselves, diba? From the other bands. We were a pop, until now, we're a pop
Yes.
ballad band.
Yes.
Pop is always, you know, something is so fun and hindi makakalimutan, just like your songs. I want to go back in 1988. You started the band in 87.
Yes.
But parang your hit was, your first album was released in 1988.
That's right.
Wow, that was 88, 98. 30 years. Kasi you celebrated your 30th anniversary last year.
Yes.
Tell us more how you have grown, matured, and progressed 30 years in 1988 to now. Marvin, go ahead.
Yun. We have pursued our own music careers.
Yeah.
Jimmy and I are both music directors, record producers. Yeah. Ito is a records executive. Yeah.
Ang galing, ano? How would you describe music before, when you started, to what it is now?
Wow. Well, before, there were only a few acts, more solo singers, a few bands. I think, remember, The Dawn kasabay namin. But now, it's like there's an explosion of artists, this explosion of bands. The OPM scene is so hyped now, and lots of happenings, lots of shows, lots of songs online, streamed online. So like,
There's so much talent now. Is there
Yes.
just so much talent now, or are we just is there just more of a platform now
Yes,
for talents
yeah.
compared to before?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, the digital platforms.
Yeah.
Yan talaga, it's revolutionary. The kids, the young musicians, kahit hindi pa sila professionals, in the sense hindi pa sila binabayaran, so easy for them to create songs. From the very start, yung pag-create, through the digital apps or tools and gadgets, they can create music and put it on the different platforms available to them.
So when you look at the music industry then and the music industry now, would you have preferred it back then or what it is now?
Well, there are advantages and disadvantages to both. Like back then, we had much longer sessions in the recording studio.
Yeah.
Only because we don't have an undo button, or copy and paste.
it's all analog.
Auto-tune.
That's true, no?
all analog.
It was all analog. Okay, I want to go back to 88, Making It. Tapos, yung first album nyo, the most popular song there was
Say You'll Never Go.
Say You'll Never Go, which we all know I mean, yung age group natin, we all know that. But your your biggest hit, if I'm not mistaken, is Tuloy Pa Rin.
That's
right.
from the second album,
In 1990.
1990.
Right.
Yes.
And then what happened last year, you celebrated your 30th
Yeah.
anniversary and you came up with a new song called
Yes. Giliw.
Gilio. Tell us more about that, yung Gilio.
Well, I wrote that song, which was really intended for the band, and then it's a song for my wife. I got the inspiration, based on our love story.
I see. And your love story is?
Oh yeah, I mean it's it's really God sent.
Wow.
Fairy tale.
Good to hear. Huh? What's the favorite part of that song? What's your favorite line or lines in that song?
Oh, favorite part mo?
Giliw, dinggin mo,
Dinggin ang awit ko.
Yan.
Tapos?
Awit is equal to love.
Love.
You know, the
Commitment.
relationship. Yes.
Okay, babalikan ko si Tuloy Pa Rin. And other songs, kasi your songs have been re-recorded, tama
Yes.
ba yun? Re-sang by other artists. How do you feel when you hear other artists, even very popular, iconic ones, singing your songs?
Well, in my case, I wrote Tuloy Pa Rin. Talaga, it gives us, we're so proud and also we are so grateful to all the artists na nagko-cover ng songs namin kasi nabibigyan talaga ng buhay. I mean,
And a different
hindi namin akalain
interpretation in a
talaga.
way.
Yes. Tapos, hindi alam ng mga bata na we were the original performers of the song.
That's true.
Pero alam mo, kahit na...
Okay
minsan
lang yun. Is
kahit
that
na
okay?
hindi sila familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, that's natural, that's given. Pero parang masaya pa rin kami. Kasi parang, hindi namin akalain when we started way back in 1986. Until now, 20 kakantahin pa rin siya. On YouTube, gumagawa siya ng acoustic versions of it. Pinapakinggan ko actually, I really check it out.
Kasi
mga
Tuloy
versions
Pa Rin
namin.
is a story about a heartbreak na magpapatuloy pa rin ang buhay mo kahit na nagbago na ang hugis ng puso niya, di ba? Okay, please promote your concert. You have a reunion concert slated on November 16, if I'm not mistaken. Please go ahead.
Yeah, it's
Marvin,
gonna be
please.
at the Music Museum. That's a Saturday, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
Yes,
Ticket
and
prices.
With
and-
our guest stars are Jet Pangan, Mr.
Yeah.
Jet Pangan,
Yes.
Nicole Laurel Asensio, and Mr. Jamie Rivera.
Yes.
May trivia si Noel doon.
May reaction. May reaction.
Yeah, sana maka-join kayo sa amin. It's gonna be a fun night, and we'll be doing our supposed to be hit songs.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cover also OPM classic songs. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Okay.
good night of music.
Ito, Jimmy, and Marvin, thank you so much. It's good to see you again.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we're
you.
going to be listening to their song. We'll be taking a short break. Tuloy pa rin ang kantahan with Neocolours. This is the SARS on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. And before we go, Neocolours will sing two of their greatest hits here on the show. But first, thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines, and here's Neocolours.
Maybe it's wrong to say please love me too, 'cause I know you'll never do. Somebody else is waiting there outside for you. Maybe it's wrong to love you more each day, 'cause I know he's here to stay. But my love is strong. I don't know if this is wrong, but I know too